As I walked in here this morning, I was pondering. I didn't walk in here mindless. If I walked in here mindless, I wouldn't be speaking to you. And I was bumping into a scripture. And with the rains, and we sang this song, Showers of Blessing. Well, that's a good old song, isn't it? Showers of Blessing. I was in Jeremiah, and this came right here, fresh, right off the burner. And a lot of times in our journey, I have an exhortation coming to you. In our journey, there's a time that we must process the meaning of the word Reformation. There has been no revival ever happen in the Bible or in the history of man. The great revivals that popped up here and there in Wales and different places all over the world from time to time in the past 200 or 300 years or whatever, always came out of the process of Reformation. And out of the Reformation then came transformation. We want transformation, do we not? We hang on to His promises. We try to hang on to His promises, which are true, but could there be an area that needs to be reformed that His promises can stick? It's difficult for you to achieve the full blessings of your Father in heaven if you are holding unforgiveness against another. You can hang on to all the promises until you come to, do you forgive your brother? Do you forgive that person? So it could be to receive the transformation. The church is trying to produce transformation as fast as they can come up with ways to try to create it. And there are sparks of things that go on that are good. But I don't think a revival is a spark. I think a revival is a conflagration. Did I say that word right? Well, that's a hard word, conflagration. Is that in the dictionary? Is that in the dictionary? Is that a true word, conflagration? Are you sure? I just didn't make that up? Who's looking it up right now? I have a scribe back here. I have a scribe over here. Who's got it up? All right, wait a minute. I want you to read. You got a meaning? Oh, it is there.
Conflagration is a noun, an extensive fire which destroys a great deal of land or property.
A great fire. How do you get gold purified? A conflagration. You cannot purify gold without a massive conflagration. That's hard to say real fast. Do you know, I learned something when I was traveling. How many have been to Sequoia National Park in California? Do you know the sequoia tree, that one of the greatest trees you can find, only exists because of fire? From lightning bolts that come out and create forest fires and release that little seed from the ground that's buried and it grows up. It is a fire that releases the core growth of one of the greatest trees that we have on our planet. Fire germinates the growth. Could it be possible that we need some fire for our growth? See, we're pondering now. Come say.
I also want to say the sequoia tree, though, it has an ability not to burn readily. Its bark. Like, it can be singed, but it would have to take a really, really roaring wildfire, but just a fire that goes through, it has the ability not to be burnt readily.
So the correct fire doesn't destroy, but releases.
Right.
Have you ever noticed around here they go out and have planned burns? Why do they have planned burns for? To what? To get rid of the undergrowth. And why do they want to get rid of the undergrowth? So the good stuff can grow up. Use the mic. Use the mic.
And also so that it doesn't cause a bad fire. Okay, because too much undergrowth will create a bad fire.
Then you can have a forest fire.
You would have a terrible fire. Yeah.
Then let me ask you another question. Have you ever watched people burn their fields around here?
Yes.
Why do they burn their fields for? It's horrible. It's black looking. It's ugly. But why do they burn the fields for?
Yeah.
So the new growth can come up, which needs the light. Because without light, plants don't grow. So it releases life. You know, there's something to think about this. In Jeremiah, so we're talking about Reformation. The word Reformation, if you break it down and conjugate it, it actually means re/formed. Reformation is a compound word. Re plus formed, or re plus form. And the act or the existence of a reforming of something is known as a reformation. So you'll never have a reformation unless you are reformed. Now, when you became born again, you started the journey of what? Being reformed. But you know what they do? They don't just burn these fields and these places to get rid of the underbrush once every 50 years. How often do they do it? Every year. Now we're pondering. Now we're really pondering. Because in your year of your activity, you have underbrush that grows up around you in your Christian journey. I promise you, you do. You're surrounded by toxic people that toxate you. Is that a word? Hey, where's my scribes? Intoxicates you? Well, maybe. Toxates you, intoxicates you. You could be surrounded by the care. Oh, Paul talked about something that was toxicity to reformation, was the cares of this world. The cares of life, making a living, paying your bills, whatever it takes, finding food to eat. There are things that grow up like apathy, indifference, unbelief, fear, doubt, bitterness. This is undergrowth. And when you have undergrowth, it stunts your growth. That was important. See, now we're pondering, really pondering. The question is, do you have anything in your life that's stunting your growth?